So Anthony went from pretty much, missing accountability due to Amber's neck bone. Let's see if he's going to do the same thing with Angelina this morning into the snake pen. Rooster roost. Let's go.
We can't keep doing this. I mean, you already crossed the line when you put your hands in my face the other day.
Oh, did I?
Yes.
But you know what, Anthony? I apologize. You're right about that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I hurt your little itty bitty, teeny weeny, tiny feelings. But you didn't care one bit about when you took a sledgehammer to my daughter's heart.
But you should literate. So hold on. So you say she's not apologizing. Is that what it is? Like she's not apologizing at all as for what's happening? She should at least make an apology. There's no attempt at apologizing. In other words, she just struck off him face, she dig off him entire face, and she's not apologizing at all. This is crazy.
And you took a nice knife and just right down the center of Kai's heart, splitting up your family. Didn't think about that, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Shayla, how is this going to work? Every time I come over to see Kai, what? Am I going to have to deal with this?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're asking me to deal with certain things with you, so I guess this is what I come with.
So Shayla is now the judge. In other words, Shayla is this what you call it, custody order judge. In other words, they've just made custody orders based on this visitation. I don't know how it is that, like I said before, I'm really a tricky businessman, because a true businessman would have investigated as to what he needed to do for his son at this point in time. But playing this game where you have to come over and you have to tell them exactly what time you're going to see Kai and all that kind of foolishness, in a sense, and you're paying all this money, so the $15,000 for what?
Look, I just came by to see my son.
Did you?
Yes.
Well, maybe you were planning on running. It looks like you're ready to jet back out the door. That's his normal, isn't it, babe? Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Like I said, I just came to see my son, and I don't know why we have to go through this.
Anthony,
Why we have to do this back and forth.
you know what? You don't even have the common sense to just have a seat over there and be with your son.
In other words, Angelina is playing the school principal. Shayla is the hall monitor who has told on Anthony, the bad student, and now the principal is saying that he needs to sit in the corner. Yes, ma'am.
What's up, buddy? What's up, man?
Anthony, I need to ask you one small thing.
And what is that, Angelina?
Don't switch up on Kai, please.
Switch up. What do you mean?
Oh, don't. You know, weaponizing competence is really a thing, but let's not play that game here. I know that Amber is your top player now, so I'm sure that puts Kai on the sideline or maybe just on the bench somewhere. But I'm asking you, because you're really not the man I thought you were.
In other words, what she's doing again, because them realize he gets worked up over this deadbeat daddy title. Him not work it out yet, which he should have worked out with a therapist. Instead him work that out, him not work it out. So he's easily manipulated. All you have to do is tell him that him is a worthless father, and essentially he gets in line. That's kind of what it is. What has happened is that Shayla has kind of reported that, hey, if you go toward the daddy tag, you will pretty much get him to listen. That's really what's happening.
That you promised that you would be, the father that you would be, the man that you would be to Shayla.
Okay, so in other words, it was just one of those meetings that them call him over, so them can put him in line again. You understand? So that Angelina can tell him what you want to tell him. Of course, the rooster can go off and tell him whatever else it is, so she can do her own little thing the way she wants to do it. Look, it's like this. At this point, I'm not even know if to say about it, because the truth is, and Anthony actually deserves a lot of what he's getting. To be very fair with it, with all of the scamminess that he's been working with, the excessive scamming and all of that he's been going with. At this point in time, this is exactly what I'm supposed to get. He's been messing up so much. Last night, him foolishness with Amber's collarbone was food. Might as well make some soup bone with it, since as good God, if he was not in love with some collarbone, because he couldn't talk about the little money we make. You understand? Might as well him take the woman bone and make some soup. But funny enough, him leave from over the the stupidness with the collarbone foolishness, and him come over here so for talk to this mother-in-law, this rooster of a mother-in-law, and we know she's a rooster. The deal is him come over here so for come talk to the rooster, and him can't say nothing at all to the rooster. She just keep picking on his eyes, and him can't say nothing. That's really what's going on. Him can't say nothing. He has no words. All the strength him have is for Wayne, and him have the strength for Amber, and him have the strength for everybody else. When him come over to the rooster roost, he's barely saying anything. She could have dig off him face a couple times, and him not say nothing. Him not even tell Amber say the woman them dig off him face. Him not even mention that. We haven't even seen a scene where he has mentioned how much Angelina them have been digging off him face. The amount of times they have pushed off his face. So the mother now abuse him in a silence, and the daughter abuse him in a silence. It's just pure abuse for this husband. I can't bother. I'm serious. I can't bother. I don't know. The big businessman. So him can't scam everybody else, but when him come over here, so him can't scam him with these people. You know, if he would actually use this scam against Angelina, it actually work. I would probably feel a little bit better if he would actually use this scam against these people. Because we know when them say these people, you know me I talk about the rooster them. If him actually would I even pull some of that against the rooster them, would I feel much better. But you're pulling it against Roland, you're pulling it against Wayne, you're pulling it against Amber, and then when you come over Angelina place, you barely can say anything at all. He's a clown. His clown business, this makes no sense to me. I just can't understand what them know. Well, you know what? I know what they know. They know that him weak to the mere fact that, him don't want to be this deadbeat dad. And I know what it is, because it's something that lingers with black men. Black men have been told so long that they've been deadbeat fathers, and this is what the topic is. Black men have been told that they have been deadbeat fathers for so long that them start to actually believe it. It's a programming them give to black men. It take a while for you get rid of the program. It does take a while to get rid of the program, and you have to go through a level of self-reflection and ask yourself some questions of what a father is, what a father is supposed to do, how a father is supposed to operate, and really run through it. That's what I'm using against him right now. The same like the deadbeat daddy code. That's literally what it is. Because once them use that, him get in line. I think that's what they're trying to give us from his perspective when it comes to Kai. How the deadbeat daddy tag is used against black men over and over again. But hey, let's see. Maybe he'll grow some succums at some point in time today because he's over here now. So let's see how further this goes. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Talk to y'all soon.